Hi, how are you? Welcome to Remember's Corner. So, someone asked me the question, what do you do if all you have is a poor sound system? Okay, sometimes you don't really have a choice, like especially when you work in Africa, sometimes you work for an organization, be it a church, be it a company, that all they can afford is like very, very low level, very, very cheap equipment. And it is messed up, but that's what you have. So it's either you can moan about it, complain about it, and whatever, and say bad things, but all of that stuff is not really going to change anything because you are the sound engineer and that's the equipment that you have. There is something that I learned like many years ago. That was a sound engineer's job is to get the best sound with the equipment available. The first step is whatever you have, no matter how messed up it is, no matter how cheap it is, the key thing is get the most that you can from it. For me, it's also really a thing of like if you are faithful with the little, then you'll be given more. If you basically get the most from that little that you have, when an opportunity arises that you're gonna get better equipment, at least you'd have learned to work hard and to get the most from what you have. Sometimes people think that what, so now because they've got messed up equipment, so they basically just carry themselves a little bit less. They take themselves a little bit less serious, because they just blame everything on the equipment, and then they think when they get better equipment, everything's gonna be alright. But the thing is, if you don't learn to basically get the most from the cheap stuff that you have, when you then get very fancy equipment, you're still going to be that same kind of person. You're still going to carry those same kind of habits that limit you. So basically, all I'm just saying is if you have poor equipment and that is all you have, my advice is this: is get the most from it, understand it, understand its weaknesses, understand its strengths, and then also try to communicate to the people, be it your pastors, be it your bosses, be it the company owners, that what, with this equipment, when I'm doing an event, they say put it up, we want more level, do this, do that. You just communicate, what, with this equipment I can only do this, but if we're able to get other equipment, I think I'll be able to do better. And sometimes it is difficult for people to also listen to you when you're advising that, and that I recommend, like try to get other people to convince those people to buy other equipment. But really, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work in terms of convincing them to get new equipment. So it then just comes back to think of, what you can just do in that situation is just get the most you can from that equipment and hope that it will change, because I think that's a better option than mourning, complaining, and then continue to be an average engineer in your skill set, because you're not really pushing yourself that far to better understand the equipment that you have, and basically to better understand how you can get the most from it. And one cool thing is if you learn the discipline to use whatever equipment that you have, no matter how good or bad, when you then get to use better equipment, you get to appreciate. Some people, all they have access to is better equipment, so they don't understand like, and when they don't understand like, they take everything for granted. But when you've had some of the worst, when you then experience the nice things, you don't take it for granted. You basically take it with great respect. But basically, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, Corner. Bye for now.